Hello everybody, welcome back to our Let's Play of EU4. We are playing something that's less of European domination and more like getting dominated by the banks. But through the help of our friends, we're down to 4 loans. Yeah. We're even thinking about doing little war at some point in time in the future. Mainly because we have this marvelous 3-star general here that we want to put to use before he croaks. So... all right. I think we are going to leave a diplomat open at this point. I think we will leave a diplomat open. So we were kind of eyeballing Lüneburg here, who has been at war with Saxe-Lauenburg like forever. And I'm not really sure why this war hasn't ended. Because it says it's plus 100. Which means it should be ending, right? But, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so nobility influence is back up to 47. That's good. Altmark. Has unrest. Controlled by burghers. Conflict within the city. I think that was supposed to last like 10 years or something. So we'll be able to repay another loan here in about 5 or 6 months, which is good. But maybe we should invest in unit of military here. Let's go ahead and build a Latin Knight. Okay, we're done improving with the Palatinate. So let's go ahead and improve with Mainz. So that's definitely going to slow us down here on repaying our loans. However, if we're going to be going to war with anybody, we're going to have to be doing that. Hey, Anhalt moved their troops back. Very interesting. That kind of makes me want to go to war. Since these troops are split up now. We got here, river flows between this province and Leipzig. About from Potsdam. Yep. Okay. Oh, wow. Lots of rivers. Altmark. Nope, not between Altmark. So, if we attacked into there from Altmark, we would not take a river crossing. However, this guy has 3 maneuvers, so he's probably not going to be taking a crossing anyways. Wow, their leader's terrible. He's better. Wow, he's got pretty good siege score. You know what? Let's go ahead. What's our force load at 13? So we could get 3 more units. I'm gonna go ahead and build another longbow. What is your military tech? 6. What's ours? 5. We're kind of behind. So what does 6 give? What does 6 give? Oh, fire. Shock. Infantry fire, infantry shock. So that kind of sucks. Military tactics. They'd be above us. We probably should wait until we hit military 6 before we get into anything with them, which will happen in about 3 years. If we can, we'll wait. Ooh, that legitimacy is pretty low. Low prestige is not helping that whatsoever. Keeping a close eye on this. We definitely do not want another rebellion on our hands. I don't know, would the 3-star general outweigh, the 6, Wave of obscurantism As a typical response to different kinds of problems, obscurantism was a frequent behavior in most nations, at least until the Age of Enlightenment arose in the most advanced Western nations of the European continent. So, knowledge is power. We gain obscurantism until 5 years, national unrest +2, or ignorance is bliss. We lose 10 prestige. We really can't afford to lose any more prestige, I don't think. So, we're going to go ahead and take the obscurantism, which is going to boost these a little bit. Kind of sucks. So what do we can recruit one more unit after this, and it really kind of needs to be horsies. I'm thinking if we go to war, we probably jump on these guys first. Yeah, I don't know why your war is still happening. I really don't know. Very strange. So what do we need for a horse? 26? Yeah. So we're going to go up to 26. And then we're going to go ahead and raise up I'm going to go ahead and raise up that maintenance. And we're probably not going to wait till 6. We're going to go ahead. We're going to gamble. We're going to let it ride. I don't really want to let them get to peace, because I'm afraid if I let them get to peace, they might ally with somebody else. So we're going to see. Okay, boom. And then we want to bring this up to... Whew, not making any money. We're making no money, guys. None your money. That's what's going on right now. Wait until we get the horsey out here, and then yeah, even though they are military tech 6, I feel like we should be able to ride over them. All right, what do we got going on here? So we are losing money at this point. We're losing negative 0.4 a month. I don't really want to fire my advisor yet because he's very useful to me. We go in here, we might be able to just stack wipe these guys. So on-halt would come in. What we would probably do here is we would probably vassalize these guys and maybe vassalize these guys. I don't know. If we vassalize both of them, though, it's going to push us 2 above our Diplo limit. So that would be costing us 2 extra Diplo points a month, which I don't know if that's a good idea. So, how close are we to teching that? Man, we're really close, but it might end up happening during this. I'm going to go ahead and declare on them. This could be a fantastic blunder, and if it is, we'll laugh about it. That's fine. Okay, we're declaring war. I'm going to go ahead and raise war taxes. Now we're back to making money. And we're just going to march in on these guys and see what happens. We got a 3-star general. They are ahead of us on tech. Oh my god, the morale. Okay. Well, we did not stack wipe them, which was kind of surprising to me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and consolidate my infantry regiments. And you're gonna sit on Altmark, huh? Is that what you're gonna do? Can we move up there? We can. I'm just going to stack wipe them. Yeah. And move back down here. And I think what I'm going to do is and you guys are going to laugh, but I'm going to take out some loans here. I'm going to take out some loans here to pay for some mercs so that we can get over here and... Well, should we? I mean, should we? So what I was thinking is we could hire some mercs, go ahead and squash them. What's the fort level here? One. Yeah. So it wouldn't take much to siege both of them. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, kind of sucks, but we're gonna do it. We'll do longbow. 3 units be enough? Probably so. Take this down to speed 3. They're gonna come out pretty quick. We do have a pip of siege. Go ahead and get you guys together. How much would we have to do? I think. Is there gonna be a river crossing there? No. So he's gonna finish sieging this down. I feel like he's going to go into Ruppin. That's where he's gonna go next. This is woods. Let's go ahead and... What can we do here? So we don't have military access from Mecklenburg. We can just move into Ruppin. And see what they do when they siege that. See what he does. Alternatively, we could just attack into him. Lundberg's not going to be able to raise any more troops at this point. If they can, they're only going to be able to get out about 1 in the time that's going to take us to squash this guy. We could take out on the loan, hire a few more mercs, then it would be pretty much assured. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let's take out another loan. You guys are like, God, stop taking out loans, man. Haven't you learned anything? Not really. Not really. Kind of halfway expected them to go into here, but it might be that they just can't move. They might be stuck there. Alright, so we've got 12k, 12k there. If we outnumber them 2 to 1, it is in the woods. Would cross a river. We could come at them from over here. We could also just go down there and start sieging Anhalt. Let's go down there and see what can happen here. Let's go ahead and squash that 1 unit. How much do we need there? We'll detach. Move back up to Ruppin. We only really need 3 there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to make a new unit here. I'm going to send a longbow with this guy over to here. And we will put this guy in charge of that one. The reason I'm moving this guy over here is to speed that siege along. Yeah, we're gonna be taking out some more loans here. It sucks. It sucks, but yeah. Oh well. Now, if they conclude their war here, they'll probably take that province. Then we'll have to siege that out too, but that's okay. I'm just mainly watching to see if they do anything here with these troops. Now, we are going to be recouping some of our money from sieging out these provinces. But unfortunately, the mercs are going to cost more than that. Now, with this guy, yeah, this is progressing pretty well. We're going to be able to siege that out pretty quick. How's On-Halt doing? Yeah, it's going pretty quick too. We'd probably just leave this guy there and let this guy finish. We want to piece On-Halt out first to take some money from them. Oh, really? Brunswick would come into the war now? Yeah, I don't really want to promise them any land, though, is the thing. Like, I want to vassalize Lüneburg. Okay, we took that. Maybe what I'll do now, create a new unit. And let's send this guy down here to On-Halt. And then we'll split off a merc, send them there. See what they do. They're just sitting there. I mean, wherever they go, they're going to be attacking into the woods, which isn't good for them. I guess it was just a bad decision on their part to attack into Altmark, to take it. I guess we got kind of lucky there. Was Luke one of our rivals? No, they're not. Was this iron ore quality problems? One of our iron ore mines has hit some lower quality iron ore. This has made the raising of units more expensive. Well, yeah, we probably will not be recruiting any more units for a while. We should get this siege done pretty quick. Pretty soon. Okay, yeah. Maybe next tick here. What's this? Let's go ahead and cancel with Mainz. I want to butter up Austria just to make sure that they do not demand unlawful territory here. I don't think they will because we've got pretty good relations with them, but there we go. Okay, so first we're going to peace out with On-Halt here. So how much money do you have? I'll take it. Take all of it. 105 ducats. And then, let's see, what could we do here? We cannot take them as a vassal. I think that's fine. More reparations, yes. And I want you to annul your treaty with the Palatinate. Probably means that somebody else is going to swallow them up, though. I don't know. We'll go ahead and do it anyways. And I think I'm good with that. I mean, we could go up here and squash this army and get them to 100, and then we could vassalize them, but I don't really want to. So we're going to send that demand. Okay. And then you are Black Flag, so you need to get your booty home. And now we're going to negotiate with Lüneburg. So Lüneburg, we actually are going to vassalize you. But yeah, it's gonna mean that Saxe-Lauenburg is gonna come into war with us now. Are you petty allies? You do not. Okay, so, but it's at negative 100. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get dragged into that war, but we might just be able to peace right out of it. Yeah, I want you to be my subject. I'm gonna take all your money. And that's really all that matters. It's going to give us not very much aggressive expansion, which is good. Against prestige, bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, we're already at 100% here. You know what I might do here? I might feed them to Lüneburg. That's what I might do. Lüneburg doesn't like us, but they're loyal. It's their 40%. Yeah, I might feed them to Lundberg. And that should make Lundberg actually like us. It's going to make them stronger. Oh my god, and we take that money. And we pay off our loans. Oh, how sweet it is. Give me all your money, brother. So that's going to give us a little bit of aggressive expansion, but that's fine. So right now they're at 48. That should make them like us, right? Because we basically... No! They don't like us even more now. Huh. But they're still loyal. Okay. Interesting. Well, I think that still worked out. So let's repay some loans. Ka-chunk. And we have 3 loans left. So we're going to want to improve relations with Lundberg, like right off the bat. And I think I'm going to go ahead and disband the mercs, because, yeah, we need to. Yeah, it's going to make us a little bit weak. It's probably going to... Oh, I didn't even know I completely forgot we had a quest for something here. Make Saxony vote for us. Conquer Ratibor. Okay, which I would love to do. Saxony's not voting for us right now. I thought they were. Okay. Yeah, that might be easy, actually. Because they're voting for Poland, who is not even a member of the HRE. That's hilarious. Yeah, let's do this. And then we will we'll butter up Saxony. As soon as we get done with Austria. We definitely need to improve relations with these guys as soon as possible. So right now, their liberty desire is only 39%. How many, you don't have any mercs. Good, good. Okay, so we are making a little bit of money. I think I'm going to go ahead and... Rebel factions. Alt mark. Put alt mark. Let's try to put the kibosh on that. So on the 15th, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but anyways, on the 15th, we can send somebody over here to, wait a second. Huh? What just happened here? I gave them to you. Oh. They returned unlawful territory. Fucking awesome. Oh well. Hey, we got all their money out of it, so that's good, right? Okay. How is our inflation's at 5.68? Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. It almost seems like it would be better. I don't know. How far ahead are we on? Not that far. Let's, here's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and let's buy down our inflation a little bit here to a more manageable level. And, oh, that's admin tech. Duh. Thought it was Diplo. Me being dumb. It's alright. Force limit's 14 now. That's good. Alright, well, on the 15th, we're going to send a diplomat here. Improve relations. What's this? Hold on. Austria Your faithful allies requesting that you come to their aid in the Holy Roman intervention against Baden, Lorraine, and Milan. This is where they started. Baden is allied with Lorraine. Baden is guaranteed by Milan. Okay. So what's going on here? They're intervening. On what? Where's Baden? Baden's like over here, isn't it? Baden is currently at war with Austria. I mean, I'm gonna jump in this, of course. I don't think it's gonna be any kind of a issue. Can't believe nobody else is in this. Take Württemberg, huh? You trying to take that from him? Where you trying to take that from? Oh, you're trying to take it from Baden. Do you really need... I don't think you need me, Austria, do you? I mean, do you need... You need my assistance. I don't think you do. You could be okay. But this is going to make Austria love us. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring that guy back. And what are we going to do now? Let's see. We need to improve relations with Hungary. So I guess it was an aggressive war, yeah, for Austria. Imperial liberation. Hey, good enough for me. Yeah, we have too many Diplo relations at this point, so it's costing us 1 each month. The reason for that is our vassal, Lüneburg. I'm usually okay with having 1 over. Alright, let's go ahead. Well, we're in a war. I don't really want to... I don't think I want to decrease... I don't think I want to decrease my maintenance, my land maintenance at this point. Okay, so we might have a rebel faction fire in Altmark. Man, we're not making much money. We might have to fire the advisor, to be honest. I mean... He's doing good work, but it's slow going. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. You gotta get out of here. I gotta make some money. So I think I might want to go ahead and build up a little bit more on our force limit. So let's go ahead and 2 longbowmen. Go ahead and do another one. We'll do a third. Because I'm worried that if they do pop, I don't know that they will, but if they do pop, that it will be more than what we can handle. And then we'll have to hire even more mercs. But given that we're in a war, if they did pop, there would be a possibility that Austria or somebody might just come up and... Are you really coming up here to Lüneburg? He's coming up here to Lüneburg. Well, you know, I might have something to say about that. The computer, man, they're crazy. Okay, so Lorraine got pieced out. Hey, we got 7 ducats. Magdeburg declared war on Anhalt. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and attack Baden here. What is your... Yeah, your general's not bad, but mine's a 3-star. So we should just squash the hell out of you. Oh my god. Yeah, roll over. Roll over, Beethoven. It's over. Squashed. Yeah, I'm not too interested in doing anything else in the war, but I'm not gonna let them, you know, take my vassals. That also, we defended their province, so that's gonna give us improved relations with them. So you can see Lüneburg already kind of likes us. We just want to get them up to 190 as quickly as we can. I mean, You got to wait at least 10 years to, yeah, that'll be helpful too. You got to wait at least 10 years before you can vassalize somebody, but we want to get them up there as quick as we can. And it's taking forever to burn this off. So Magdeburg has declared on Anhalt. They are a rival. Thuringia, Silesia, and Cologne. Now we could... Saxe-Lauenburg. Who has a claim on that? Lunenburg. You really need to fabricate a claim on that. We'll press that claim for you. Actually, they would probably just give it right back to Austria, so what's the point? Some of our diplomats have been implicated in a major espionage operation. Now, every ambassador or emissary we send is suspected of being a spy and is subject to the harshest examinations when they end their appointed missions. We'll take time to restore our reputation. So, suspected diplomats for 10 years, envoy travel time, 25%. That's fine. We don't do a whole lot of schnuffling around, so I think that'll be okay. Need to get Silesia out of that trade league. Oh man, Teutonic Order allied to Denmark. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Saxony. Saxony got ate up by Bohemia, didn't they? Bosnia, Hesse, Salzburg, and Nuremberg. Oh, yeah, this one's decaying now. That's good. So we'll let it decay to 0, and then we'll move over here and see if we can get this to decay too. And then if we have to, we can just juggle it back and forth. We've got to be getting close to an admin. So it'll be next year. Good. So we're, we started out, we were definitely a little bit behind on tech. And now we're starting to pull even, which I was pretty sure we would. Send a big fat insult Bohemia's way. Oh, we can't. We'll go ahead and call you back. You're pretty much done with Hungary. So, what are you thinking, Saxony? Still 7 behind. Oh, they prefer Austria now. Yeah. Tensions between nobles and clergy. In feudal kingdoms, two castes within society held great power: the nobility and the clergy. Now, it turns out a baron and the local monastery of his fief are bickering about who owns a rather large piece of land. These days, the royal court is swamped with people yammering about divine right. The nobles claiming their divine right to rule the land, and the clergy asserting their position as representatives of God on earth. The whole situation is growing rather unstable, and the baron in question is inciting the other nobles against the clergy and questioning their right to hold any sort of temporal property. The prior of the monastery has brought in the archbishop on his side, who in turn threatens to go straight to Rome should you decide to side with the nobles. Now, what shall we do, my liege? Okay, so Jesus lived among beggars and fishermen. Why don't you? Papal State's opinion, Brandenburg changed by -100. Clergy estate loses 10 loyalty. Surely we do not wish to anger His Holiness. 14 noble regiments rise up in Breslau. Nobility estate loses 10 loyalty. Well, do we really want to fight 14 noble regiments? No, I don't think so. So we're going to have to take this hit. That is unfortunate. What's this? Declare statute of restraint appeals. We gain 10 prestige. Piss off a lot of people. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Trust your neighbor. Although citizens are encouraged to show trust and good faith in their exchanges, the reality in many nations is that it's a risk people cannot afford to take. This, however, It's not the case in Brandenburg. We have successfully stamped out corruption on so many levels in society. People not only trust officials to do their jobs without the extra help of a bribe, but they also trust each other more in general exchanges. This general belief in the honesty of others is the very thread from which the fabric of society is woven, and our country is a shining example of it. As stipulated in Catholic teachings, gain one stability. Beautiful. Free stability. You know what I should have done there? I mean, I do this all the time. Anytime you have an event like that hit, you should always, if you're at 0, go ahead and bump up to 1 and then let that hit. You get the free one on the more expensive. I just didn't even think about it. Alright, you go over here. And we're not going to do that. Bohemia has a disputed succession, huh? Brunswick has a disputed succession. On monarch death, succession war between Brandenburg and Hesse. Really? Interesting. How old are you? You're not that old. You'll probably have an heir. Okay, Austria accepted peace with Baden. Did we get anything out of it? We got 5. And they owe us 8 favors, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. We have a free diplomat. You're working with Lüneburg. Go ahead and improve relations with Saxony again. Can improve it 24 more. Yeah, I'd like to get that quest done, but we'll see. What's going on here? Okay, so their liberty desire is not very high. They like us quite a bit. They're paying us a decent amount of money. That's at 70%, huh? Wonder if we... There we go. They did vote for us. Beautiful. So that's gonna... The diplomatic reputation doesn't seem like much, but it's actually pretty damn good. Because that makes a pretty big difference to how other countries view you. And, yeah, it's cool. It's good stuff. So, improve prestige, reclaim Neumark, conquer Ratibor. Which one of those is more likely to happen? Well... Silesia is in a trade league with Venice, Siena, Lucca, the Knights, and Corsica, also allied to Magdeburg. You're also in a war right now. We have no diplomats to send. Let's go ahead and cancel that. And, you know what? I'm going to split these guys in half and see if we can make that go away. Yes. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, we can invest in... Admin Tech Workshop. Very good. Alright, so Silesia. If we declared war on you, yeah, of course, everybody would come in. And they're all pretty feisty about it. Brunswick would come in on our side without even having... because they trust us, they like us, you know. So Brunswick would come in on our side. We could get Hungary to come in on our side, too. Hungary, are you in any other wars? You're not. So... I don't know what territorial gains we could give them out of this. I mean, who would come in? Corsica, the Knights, Lucca, Siena, Venice, and Magdeburg. Venice is the elephant in this group. Everybody else is pretty small. But I've learned before, even just a bunch of small one-province miners, if you let them get all their troops together, it can be really, really bad. The problem with Teutonic Order is that they are allied with Denmark. And Denmark would come into the war. Now, if we did this, Austria would come into the war. So we could get... What? Oh, they would just come in. They would just come in to come in. Because they're like, yeah, we're itching for a fight. And we want to take it to Austria. I don't even know how much army Denmark has at this point. 20k troops. Teutonic Order has 6k, so not very many. They're also allied with, who else was it? Was it Magdeburg? 7K. I think Magdeburg's in another war though, aren't they? They are. Interesting. Cologne, are you in another war? No? Who's winning this war? Magdeburg is winning, but not by much. Livonian Order. Oh, Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg, these guys. So they have 6K. Livonian Order, it's hard to tell how much they have. If we look, they have 9K. So 9 plus 6 is 15. Teutonic Order has, what did we figure out? They had like 7 or 8? 6. So that'd be 21. So they have 41K total troops. Whereas if we attacked, we could call in Austria and Brunswick. We have 13, 16. Brunswick has... Austria has 37. And Brunswick has 5. So Brunswick's pretty small. So probably what we would do there is we would want to jump on Mecklenburg first to take them out of the war. And then it would be Denmark, Teutonic Order, and Livonian Order. Austria is not in another war. I don't know. It's tempting. It's very tempting. So I'm pretty sure Austria, we could use Austria like a big fat battering ram. And it would be fine. We just have to swat Mecklenburg. And Teutonic Order and Livonian Order probably would get together. You guys, how are you doing? Oh, you are separate. Oh, and you're wanting to break away too. Really? Somebody needs to support that liberty desire. I mean, that's what we could do. We could just wait until Denmark gets embroiled in that, because it's gonna happen. And then we could strike like an adder. I don't think that's the sound an adder makes, but it's just what came out. It's like the Twix commercials or something. Anyways, so that's now going away. That's good. So yeah, I went ahead and took that. And we're probably going to sit tight and just wait and see what happens there. We would like to do that. We would like to grab pretty much all this for ourselves. Would be good. I don't think that's... oh, it is part of the HRE, but some of this is not. Alright, well, I think I'm going to put a cut in there, and in the next video, well, we do have more loans to pay off. We only got 3, that's good. And, yeah, we're just going to kind of sit tight and see what happens here with this. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me, and until next time, game on.